All right, guys, we're back at it. We're gonna mix the background vocals from the previous session of how to mix R&B vocals, and I have a card up above if you haven't watched that. But let's get right into these background vocals. So we're gonna hit the letter X on our keyboard, and then we are gonna come over to the channel strip that we previously used. We're gonna come up here where it says setting, and then we are going to copy channel strip setting. Cool. Then we're going to come over here to setting on the ad-lib bus where this is the ad-lib track. So then we're going to paste it. So we're going to do paste channel strip setting. Boom. And now we have a duplicate. And so that's going to give us a, another clean vocal to start with. Like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some reverb directly on this track now. And so we're going to use the Space Designer. So let's come down here to Reverb, Space Designer, and then we're going to do mono to stereo. And so I'm going to turn the dryness down and turn this wetness up and just give us a vibe. Like this. Yeah. You ain't tell me you would go this far. Tell me what beat is. That's fire. So now that we have that, we're going to blend it into the mix. Like this. You ain't tell me you would go this far. Tell me what beat is hard. And I wasn't supposed to know what I signed up for. You ain't tell me enough. So that's a slick way to mess with the ad-lib like that. So I've labeled these Megaphone vibes, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a Megaphone effect. So for this, we're going to apply the processing directly on the track. What we're going to start off with is some compression. So I'm going to come over here to our compressor again. So we're going to go to Dynamics. Let's go to Compressor. Cool. And then we're just going to slam this quite a bit. So let's work on it. That's pretty good to me. All I did was turn the threshold to -20 dB solid. This is at a 2:1 ratio, and the makeup gain is at 0. We're going to apply some EQ. And so we could just use this regular EQ. And so to get this effect, all you have to do is roll off this bottom end, roll off the top end, and then boost this mid-range. So that's pretty much the concept. Now we're going to boost some of this mid-range area. All right. And there you have your Megaphone sound. So let's tweak the octave of this low cut. That's more of a solid Megaphone. And there you have it. There's your Megaphone vibes. And so we can send some of this stuff to the reverb and the delay by coming down to our sends. Go to bus and then put this on the verb. And boom, we can turn this up and get reverb. There you have it. And then same thing with the delay. Go to the delay bus that we already set up. And here we have it. Nice sound. So let's see how that sounds in this track now. So guys, once again, I do have my vocal templates available in the description of this video for you guys to check out. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Let's get back into it. Now we can do a bonus feature because this is what I actually did on the record. We're going to come down here, we're going to go to modulation, and then we're going to go to tremolo. And what this is going to do is create some panning going left and right, which is really pleasing to the ear for stuff like this. So we need to find the right rate. So let's try like a whole note. All right, so you hear how that's panning left and right, so that's real nice. So let's play that into the track. Church I haven't talked about this much in previous videos, so I'm going to briefly cover this. So this is a track stack, which is basically acting as a bus. And the way to do that is, let's say for these Megaphone vibes, we can click and shift click on the very last one to highlight all of these at the same time. We're going to right click, and then you can hit create track stack. And what this is going to do is give you, you could do a folder stack or a summing. I like to do summing because this allows you to have processing and it acts as a bus. And boom, it says sum 9. So we can name this Megaphone bus. And there you have it. There's our Megaphone. So that's what I did with the background vocals. I highlighted all of the background vocals and did that process. So what we're going to do here is mix these. So I have these pan left to right, left to right, left to right. So these are your alto, soprano, tenor, double vox, and she does like a lot of counter vocals. And once again, we're working with Chastity's vocals. I have all of her information in the description of this video. So we're going to be dissecting these, and let's get into an area where all of the background vocals are going at the same time.
But you're gonna pull me through all that you put me through, just to lead back to you, church.
So you see what I'm saying? There's a lot of BGVs going on. So we're going to affect all of these at the same time. So we're going to come to dynamics. We're going to come to de-esser 2, and we're going to start with this first. And I like to make sure that we have the whole top end filter selected. So this is the complete top end. So it's like a high cut, as Logic calls it. And so we're basically going to find a sweet spot to de-ess these vocals.
That you're gonna pull me through, that you put me through, just to get back, church. That you're gonna pull me through, that you put me through, just to get back, church.
So that's a good place to start. So we're at negative 14.5 dB of the threshold, max reduction 15.4 dB, and about 7K. And some change for the range frequency, and that's cool for right now. The next thing I like to do is add a compressor.
That you're gonna pull me through, that you put me through, just to get back, church. That you're gonna pull me through, that you put me through, just to get back, church.
That's a nice place to start. It's doing some really good compression. It's gluing everything together. So we're at 20 dB here. Negative 20 dB on the threshold, 2 to 6 to 1 ratio, and the makeup gain is just sitting right at 0. So that's good compression to start us. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and fix these vocals with EQ to get some clarity.
That you're gonna pull me through, that you put me through, just to get back, church.
Cool. So what we're going to do is shorten this octave up. I'm going to take it to 36.
That you're gonna pull me through, that you put me through, just to get back, church.
Cool. So that's a nice place to start. Then I'm going to continue to clean them with the mid-range. I'm going to get rid of the ugly mid-range in here.
That you're gonna pull me through, that you put me through, just to get back, church. That you're gonna pull me through, that you put me through.
So all that's that boxy sound. So I'm gonna get rid of that boxiness and roll this off.
That you're gonna pull me through, that you put me through, just to get back, church.
Cool. Then we have some overtones going on because she has these stacks of vocals. So it's riding up in this low range here. So we're gonna go ahead and deal with that right now.
That you're gonna pull me through, that you put me through, just to get back, church.
We got a little overtones going on with those stacks, so we're just gonna roll this off a little bit.
That you're gonna pull me through, that you put me through, just to get back, church.
Better, a whole world of a difference. So now we're going to play these vocals with the track, and now we're gonna EQ and mix these BGVs to the track.
That you're gonna pull me through, all that you put me through, just to lead back to you, church. That you're gonna pull me through, all that you put me through, just to lead back to you, church.
Cool, and then I'm just gonna add a little sizzle on the top.
That you're gonna pull me through, all that you put me through, just to lead back to you, church.
Cool, so now that we have that, I like that, we're gonna save it. Make sure you save Command S. That should be your best friend. That's the best shortcut of all time is Command S. So let's go ahead. Let's add some more compression. I'm going to move a little bit faster and show you my workflow hacks. So we're going to click on this compressor right here. We're going to hit the Option key on your keyboard, and then we're going to drag this compressor down. And this just gives me an instant second compressor. We're going to use something a little different for the BGVs. We're going to use the FET. Today, we're introducing a new compressor, and we're going to work with this one just like how we were working with the previous compressor, but we're going to use this for more glue and more of a vibe.
That you're gonna pull me through, I'll let you put me through, just to lead back to you, to get back, church.
Nice.
That you're gonna pull me through, I'll let you put me through, just to lead back to you, to get back, church.
So after that compressor, then we're going to go ahead and slap some nice vintage EQ on there. So we're going to go to vintage EQ collection, and then we're going to come down here to vintage EQ, and we're just going to add some air once again because she's saying a lot. So the best way to be able to bring some stuff up is with adding some air in this case for this track.
That you're gonna pull me through, I'll let you put me through, just to lead back to you, to get back, church. That you're gonna pull me through, I'll let you put me through, just to lead back to you, to get back, church.
Nice. So I like that a lot. And what we're going to do now is start to blend this in with the track. So we're going to come down on the BGVs now that we have that clarity and presence.
That you're gonna pull me through, I'll let you put me through, just to lead back to you, to get back, church.
See there?
That you're gonna pull me through, I'll let you put me through, just to lead back to you, to get back, church.
I'm listening to the track, I'm listening to the kick drum, I'm listening to the Rhodes, I'm listening to all of these different elements of the track and finding a sweet spot to make everything sit nice. So with that said, we're going to now get these BGVs blended in with some nice reverb and delay. So we're going to bust these to the same verb. Let's add some reverb to these BGVs.
That you're gonna pull me through, I'll let you put me through, just to lead back to you, to get back, church.
Nice. And for a bonus, what I like to do is add some delay. So in this case, let's do a new delay. So we're going to do bus 10. And bus 10 is going to pop up right here now, right next to the BGVs. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some nice, just regular wide delay. So we're going to go to delay, and then we're going to go to stereo delay, and we're going to make these the same. So I'm going to do a quarter note for both of these. And like we did before, I'm going to turn this up because I want to hear how it sounds.
That you're gonna pull me through, I'll let you put me through, just to lead back to you.
See there? So what I'm going to do is shape this delay. And so what we're going to do that is basically copy and paste the same EQ or similar EQ. So we're going to do this channel EQ right here. And then we're going to paste it over by option and dragging it. And now we have the same EQ for this delay. We're going to get rid of the top end of this and this 2K. We're going to turn that off. And we'll keep these because that's where we found some mud in her vocal. So we're going to roll off the top end of this delay, and then we're going to, color the delay to be nice.
That you're gonna pull me through, I'll let you put me through, just to lead back to you, church.
So there you have it, a nice, clean, transparent delay. Now that we have it where we want it, we can turn the send down, which is over here, and blend it into the track.
That you're gonna pull me through, I'll let you put me through, just to lead back to you, church. That you're gonna pull me through, I'll let you put me through, just to lead back to you, church.
Really nice. If you guys got some value out of this video, give your boy a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on those bell notifications so you don't miss anything else. I got the link of this song in the description as well. And do not forget to check out my Logic Pro templates, my vocal templates. I got all that stuff in the description as well. And hey, if you want to know more about mixing vocals, I got another video for you queued up right over here. I'll see you over there.